So you guys know my mantra, right? My mantra is listen to the fans, okay? Listen to the fans and you can't go wrong, okay? That's how I've always spun it, okay? Listen to the fans, listen to what the fans got to say. That's your customer base, that's your fan base, okay? Listen to those guys because those are the guys that are going to lead you to the promised land, okay? Those are the guys that are going to get you what you want, all right? Which is money, which is great ratings, great reviews, all of that. You take care of them first before you take care of anybody else. But they're not doing that, right? And as you can see here, it says it settled. The left are officially trolling pop culture fans. It's truly incredible how stupid these people are. I mean, just downright stupid. It's like these cats are not just not going to listen to you. Like they actively hate you. They actively hate you to the point that they're going to troll you, right? To the point that they are trolling. And honestly, it's kind of bullying, okay? Because you got the property in your hot little hands, but you're going to tease us and bully us with the property. You're not going to give us what we want. You're going to give us the opposite of what we've been asking for. That's what's really incredible about Marvel, Disney, Star Wars, Amazon, and everybody else that's out there making pop culture content. They are just absolutely bullying and brutalizing all of us. That's why you got to start paying attention to the cats like the Rippaverse, okay? That are saying, hey, man, we're going to love you. We're not going to bully you. We're not going to shortchange you. We're not going to treat you like shit. We're going to treat you like a honored and respected fan that you are, okay? You're our customer. That's how they treat you guys, okay? And that's how this thing needs to be. But these guys aren't going to do it. So, hey, peep this. I got books in the description if you guys want to check them out, okay? I'll never hate on any of you guys, okay? You guys like me, I love you. Let's get it together. Let's build some culture. But let's go ahead and see what this article from Bounding into Comics has to say. It's absolutely incredible. So this guy starts off, and this is Slade Hale. He has a couple of good articles out there. I've read a few of them. He's talking about like how Santa Incorporated was getting wrecked, and that was the goal, where he argued that the creatives were the ones that were basically pushing this stuff by trolling the fans for the purpose of confirmation bias, okay? In other words, they're making stuff fans hate to make them hate it, and then they could claim, oh, we knew it all along. You guys are just terrible, terrible people, okay? Now, I mentioned that Nerdrotic here kind of disagreed with him, okay? And he had his own opinion. He said, basically, it's just a knee-jerk reaction to any and all criticism, okay? And he said, yeah, it had some merit, but I always felt that, he was giving the left a pass by suggesting they simply couldn't help themselves. Well, it all came out, right? We saw that, right? Jessica Gao, right, the showrunner of She-Hulk, basically, she did an interview where she let the cat out of the bag, said the quiet part out loud, and said, yeah, we dump on the fans. That's what we're doing. And this was her quote. Our writer's room opened 3 years ago, okay? The fact that we were able to predict what the reaction was going to be, what a lot of the trolling comments were going to be, really shows how very tired and unoriginal these trolls are. And that tickled me. I'm so tickled because the little troll that lives inside of me really loves trolling the trolls. Oh, isn't that funny? Okay, this chick is out here, instead of making a good She-Hulk show, okay, she's out here just trying to troll the trolls. That's the stupid part of this whole situation, okay? You guys have like our franchise, our childhoods in your hot little hands, okay? I grew up on She-Hulk comics. I don't know about y'all. I grew up reading She-Hulk, checking it out when she was a part of the Fantastic Four and all of that, okay? All the different Marvel comic series that I grew up with that stuff. So it was a pleasure to see the Marvel Cinematic Universe just kind of blossom in my older age. Hey, man, I want to go back and relive all of this stuff that I lived when I was a kid, all right? And here they are just shitting all over it and then laughing at the people that actually love it. This is absolutely astonishing, and Marvel's not going to do a damn thing about it. They're just going to sit here and let it happen. In this part right here, it just kind of sit here and talks about how Kevin Feige was in on it. Feige was in on the gag from the start and even helped the shape of his AI avatar. They talked about the satisfaction they felt of seeing real-life online trolls use the same criticisms of She-Hulk the show that the fictional online trolls on the show used against She-Hulk the character. Absolutely unbelievable, right? That's what we talked about this. I'll go ahead and link the videos up there, okay? And we talked about that, right? We also talked about how Nate Moore basically sees fans as a red flag. Like, nah, we can't bring the fans in and let them be a part of this creative process, okay? They might just try to stop all the wokeness that we're trying to do. They don't want fans around this stuff. That's what's so crazy about this, man. It's like the fans, that's your lifeblood, okay? Marvel wouldn't be Marvel without the fans. But you guys are just, Marvel's going to be fine because in their heads, again, this is the sad part about it. They've made so much money off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that they think that they're just untouchable, okay? They think they're untouchable. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just stunned by all of this. Like, do you remember that one video of the little kid that got faked out by his parents, right, with the PlayStation? Do y'all remember that video?
Open it up. Lay it down.
It's my moment.
What's wrong?
We have to read those books first.
Don't you tell Jay box up.
Right there.
Ha ha. What a ha. Marcus. Smack cam. Marcus. Marcus. It's not funny. You just can't go on Vine.
Like, that's what it's like to be a fan these days. Am I right? What you just saw, that's what it's like to be a fan these days. You know, like you all pumped up and excited. You can't wait. You've been wanting this thing for a while. You've been waiting for it, praying for it, hoping for it. And then when you open it up, it's just nothing but a big box of shit. Like, that's what the MCU is like right now. That's what these chicks are giving to us. Like, was this supposed to be funny? That you guys are out here trolling the trolls and poking fun at us and making fun of the fans? Is that supposed to be funny to us? There is a relationship between customers and the owner of a product, right? That relationship is called trust. You know, it's like when you visit a restaurant that you always go to, okay, you know, or a car repair shop that's owned by like a little mom and pop organization, or maybe your favorite barber when it's time to get a haircut, okay? You got guys that you trust, okay? And the reason that you keep coming back to them is because you trust them. Like, in my opinion, like Marvel and Star Wars and all of these are trusts, okay? These are like public trusts where we as the people, the fans, you guys, Disney, did not create any of this, okay? This is not, you own it, but you didn't create any of this. None of these writers created any of this stuff. This stuff goes back years and decades. So you have a public trust. You have a responsibility to the fans to do it right. And you're not doing that. And Hollywood has not only betrayed us, right? By like luring us into the theaters and then surprise woke garbage instead of an actual good movie, okay? They just lure us in and trick us and do the old switcheroo on us. But now it's like they've ruined our favorite franchises and they're just spitting and laughing in our faces about it. I mean, it's just absolutely the worst feeling in the world. And instead of making just good films, they decide to twist it up on it. But look, the fans have the last laugh at the end of the day. You guys can get away with it for a little bit, but you can't get away with it forever, okay? Now you got fan bases building out stuff like the Rippaverse. We're excited about that, all right? All the other kind of third-party content out there that we're checking out, we are putting money into those spaces, all right? Furthermore, you guys are taking it in the shorts, all right? Because now we got Bob Chapek. He's out the door, okay? You know, he's out the door. And it says here, in the optics of this PR disaster cannot be overstated. Whether one follows the trends or is merely a casual customer, Disney is in serious trouble. That much is for sure. But what will Iger do to solve it? Iger's not going to do anything. Iger's going to double down on the nonsense. He hasn't learned his lessons any more than Chapek did, all right? It's doubtful he'll purge Disney of the woke imbeciles that have brought the company to its knees the same way that Elon Musk did with Twitter. No, rather, it's expected that Iger will double down on the same bad principles that led Disney down such a dark path to begin with. Meanwhile, everyone suffers, from angry shareholders to upset parents to disappointed children, and of course, the company's core spending base, the fans, okay? We're the ones that absolutely lose out in the end. Because we've been passionate about this stuff since we were like 10 years old, okay? And here I am now, a guy in his 40s. I should be able to just sit back and, this is wonderful, just watching all of this material that I grew up with in the comic books and on the cartoons, just all coming to life in such a glorious way. Oh, this is great, man. This is what it's like. Oh, man, this is fantastic. That's what I should be able to do. Article goes on. She-Hulk director Kat Couriel also chimed in with Variety interview with the lack of self-awareness that permeates the entire leftist infrastructure at this point. One thing I noticed is that at the beginning of the series, I was getting a lot of nasty, mean comments. As it's gone forward, that has stopped. I think it's because they realize when they target us, they're playing directly into our hands. Sorry, Cap, but it's the precise opposite. You played right into the hands of the fans and proved their point more beautifully than they could have hoped for by prioritizing hatred of the fan base over the simple goal of making a decent show that everyone could enjoy. Koiro and her talentless brethren flushed millions of dollars down the toilet and further alienated an already tired and frustrated fan base. Yeah, because this thing is under franchise fatigue right now. This thing, the fans are sick and tired of this crap. This thing is feeling the fatigue of the franchise. People are sick and tired of it. Okay? They're tired of the woke stuff. So yeah, all of your little ha-ha, hee-hee, none of that worked. None of that worked. All you've done is you have pissed off the fans. Bob Chapek's out the door, okay? It's all kinds of uncertainty. Now we're hearing Kathleen Kennedy is done. What have you accomplished? What have you accomplished, Cat Koiro? You've accomplished nothing. You've done nothing but piss people off. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I love it. Okay? Because again, the fans always get the last laugh. The Marvel fatigue, what do they say? Oh yeah, down 36% of Marvel fans are feeling fatigued from the number of releases every year because your shit trash, man. Nobody cares about it, okay? So what's funny about this whole situation is as you're sitting here hee ha ha laughing over there, okay, and giggling to the little troll that lives inside of you, all right? Yeah, the numbers ain't looking so hot. Nobody watched She-Hulk. It was diminishing returns there. It was diminishing returns on all the films. So yeah, the fans always get the last laugh. It says here the vast majority of fans, 81%, will continue to watch anything the franchise releases. Okay, but how long is that going to last? Okay, that's as of right now. Keep putting out more crap, and this 81% is going to become 71%, then 61%, then 50%. What you gonna do then, okay? You better start making some good material, okay? Because at the end of the day, people just move on from this kind of stuff. They're like, I ain't gonna sit up here and just keep watching bullshit. I'm gonna move on. I got other stuff to do. There's too many entertainment options out there for them to be doing this type of stuff. I like this part right here. He's talking about the victimization narrative, right? The more victimized you make yourself out to be, the more political and social clout you have with those sharing your echo chamber. And so the cycle continues. The everlasting battle to see who will climb out on top of the victimization ladder and wave the flag. See, the whole victimization part are people that are losers that don't win in life. And so they have to all gather around and say, you're a loser? Well, I'm a loser too, okay? And that guy over there, hey, buddy, come over. We're all losers, okay? And there's strength in numbers. Let's go ahead and build up our little coalitions, and then we'll be stronger, and then we'll be able to fight the power. All right, that's what happens. Instead of each individual just saying, you know what, I'm not a victim, okay? Let me go out there and better myself. They're not interested in that, okay? They're interested in clinging on to these little victimization narratives, okay? And that's what they say here. This is how insecure radicals validate their delusions, and it's out in the open for everyone to see. Years we were told by the likes of Kevin Feige that angry fans represented a small microcosm of the viewing base. It should be summarily labeled as bigots and everything, folks. Now the problem has ballooned into a four-alarm catastrophe, forcing Disney to scramble for something resembling a solution. The problem is that the cats that they were appealing to, okay, the cats that they were promoting to, they aren't comic fans. They aren't Star Wars fans. Not like that, okay? They might dabble in it a little bit, dip their toe in here and there, okay? All right? But they wasn't the dyed-in-the-wolves fans, the ones that built this thing up over the last 4 to 5 decades. That's not who these cats are, okay? They jump on social media for social media clout, and they like to brag, oh, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan, I'm a Marvel fan. They like to do all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, these guys are not going to go out and buy your shit. Okay, they'll watch it on Disney Plus, sure. Okay, they'll watch it enough. They'll do all the free stuff. Okay, whatever's free for them to do, they'll do that. All right, they'll champion it. They'll talk about it. Okay, but when it comes down to laying down cold hard cash, they ain't about that life. Like what? Oh, buy this stuff? Nah. Hey, how many ways can I pirate this stuff so I can watch it and just be a part of a conversation? They aren't interested in really being about this stuff, okay? They dabble in it. And so at the end of the day, all of these dudes that you guys have been clinging to and championing and holding dear to them and embracing, all of these guys ain't buying y'all shit, okay? And that's the bottom damn line. That's the problem. You got your little army of devotees, okay, that you cling to on social media. When you go to social media, all of these actors and everybody, they go to social media and they start, oh yeah, these are my fans. These are the people that love me. I love talking to them. Okay, they do that. All right. But what they don't do is they don't listen to the people that are like, hey, I've been a fan of this franchise for the last 30 to 40 years. Okay. I grew up with this. This is important to me. You guys are completely messing this up. You guys are ruining it. You clearly don't know what you're doing. Instead of just taking that and saying, man, well, maybe he's right. Oh, hey, let me open up a few comic books. Let me open up some novels. Let me start researching and reading. Okay. They're not doing any of that. All they're doing is just running back to the directors, and the directors are patting them on the back. Nah, it's going to be all right. Don't worry about these guys. Let them go. They'll be fine. That's what's happening, okay? But what's it resulted in? All right, diminishing returns in the box office. They're not making the money that they were supposed to make or they thought they would make, okay? They're not making money, okay? And now they got 36% of the fans saying, hey, I'm fatigued, I'm done. And hey, look, maybe 81% did say, yeah, I'll revisit this. I'll come back and watch everything Marvel watches, okay? But that's a poll, all right? Check the numbers. Check the numbers. I guarantee you the next bullshit y'all bring out, it's going to keep going down. Marvel can do whatever it is that they want to do. Okay, Disney can as well, all right? But we the people, we the fan base, okay? We have an obligation to ourselves, all right? And when you're talking about Rippaverse and other companies like that, you guys got to start thinking, hey, maybe I need to start focusing on this stuff, okay? Instead of focusing on all of these people that clearly hate me, maybe I should start focusing in a different direction. That's my take on it. But anyway, folks, what do y'all think about this? Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and your opinions on the situation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.